the wall, who the illest of them all? Let's go. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who the illest of them all? Magic with the flow, I've been flying through the stars. Symphony of dreams and I'm the conductor. Send a shockwaves through your body, feel the rush. Everything I touch turned to gold on the road. Yeah, my aura got a glow that you never seen before. Lighting up the night, yeah, the mic is my wine. I put a spell on you, now you're dancing with the squad. Let's go.
Fighting off the evil.
Fighting off the evil. Send a shockwaves. Send a shockwaves through your body, feel the rush. So clean, when life get real, it feel more like a dream.
EDM, dude, obviously.
Yo, what up, friends? Gotta get rid of this. There it is. Done. What up, friends? You're tuned into another Monday episode where we apparently do AI thumbnails now. What do you guys think? I actually don't hate it. I was kind of impressed with Grok. I was like, I just gave it an old picture. I was like, Grok, make me a thumbnail for my stream today about finance and current events or something. And spit this out. I was like, all right. I mean, we'll see. We'll see if you guys like it or not. It is Monday, and apparently the Strait is... It was open, and then it was closed, and then it was open, but it wasn't open. It was still closed, and now we have closed it. We closed the door that was closed. So as you can tell by that, just by me saying it, kind of complicated situation. No one's really sure how this is going to work out. Apparently, we've now turned China's boats back, naval boats back, something. Bold move. We're going to see how this plays out for us, for everybody else. Oil trading above 100 today. Coming on down to test 100 as support, potentially holding it. It just seems like a strange bet or a strange prediction to think that oil is not going to continue higher, at least this month, next month, and in the short to mid-term. Will oil eventually settle back down? Probably. But it doesn't seem that there's a clear resolution or a clear path to oil lubricating the world again. Seems like 20% of it's going to be bottlenecked or throttled for the foreseeable future. And so I think that oil is likely the long asset for this month. Indices, Bitcoin, probably everything else, while it isn't necessarily a short, going to take backseat to this oil play, at least until further notice, I think. Until further notice. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I don't know why we're doing this. Seems like a strange move. I don't really get it. Is it really that we went in there for Israel? Like, I'm not saying that's it, but that's what I read in some sources of news, and I really hope that's not it. I hope that isn't it. I don't have any strong opinion, honestly, of Israel pro or con or anything. Just not a place I think about often. But I do think about the U.S., and it seems like we should absolutely be going after our own interests. Probably no one else's. I've said this a few times. I think the U.S. needs to be single for a while. We've been dating around. We've been dating the wrong people. It's not working out. We got to take a new approach here. We got to reimagine how we do this. This week is a week with some data. We have existing home sales came in this morning, and they are down from the forecast and from the previous. Not really a surprise. The only surprise I would have here is that the number's not lower. Interesting. Actually, I didn't know this. Since the peak of the pandemic, we have had a very relative large drop, actually, in new home sales. This is not a chart I've ever looked at, but very unsettling, actually. This is incredibly unsettling. Directly at the pandemic, we saw a low of new home sales that reached 3.9, roughly the number we're at today. That, of course, exploded into the zero interest rate environment and then settled back down as interest rates came back up, and so did mortgages, etc. People locked in at low rates, and they don't want to give that up. That makes sense. Congrats to you if you locked in at a 2, 3, 4% 30-year. That's amazing. But these numbers, I never saw this graph. This is actually really compelling. This is bad. Look at this. This is not just like, oh, pandemic, people were buying houses were cheap, etc. Free printing all that money. You see all the way back here, even in like 2004, we were looking at a significant, almost double the amount of average new home sales month over month versus the last, since about 2023 started. That's kind of crazy. We have some other things like IMF meetings. It's not something we really follow here. Tomorrow, core PPI and US PPI going to be big. Forecasted month over month at 1.2% for US PPI. That is something. 1.2%. That would actually make it one of the highest readings since April of 22. This is not what the Fed's looking for to cut rates, I'll tell you that. That's actually a bonkers reading. Put that in perspective, last month was 0.7, before that 0.5. That's a huge forecast. Why is the forecast so high? I can only imagine it's due to the cost of oil, the cost of gasoline, the energy hit from March that continues to ripple through. Bank of England, Gov Bailey speaks. More IMF meetings. Don't see anything here super impactful until maybe Thursday. We have the UK GDP, Philly Fed manufacturing unemployment claims, the other big numbers that the Fed's going to be looking at. Coming in at 8:30 on Thursday. IMF meetings into the end of the week and not much else. Not too many else. It's a slower morning. I only saw one crazy news headline on Monday, which is like very under par for the course of 2026. Oil circling back in the spotlight, in the picture, pushing those PPI, CPI, inflation indexes up via energy. Energy is a huge, huge factor in it. And I believe it was actually housing that was keeping inflation numbers kind of cool, right? It was housing. I believe it was housing before. I think housing actually has moved down in this year. So that may have a cooling effect as well. But I just don't think there's any way around. I don't think there's any way around the fuel energy costs right now. I think we're a little boned for the short term. F the IMF, yeah, sure. What's up, Josh? Hit the like button. Thank you, man, for reminding me. Please listen to Josh Breen. Smart fellow. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Share out the stream. Vote in the poll. Say hi in the live chat. Basically, just engage with the content. You'd be doing me a favor, and you'd be doing others a favor, as YouTube takes all that engagement and says, people enjoy this stream. I'm going to show new people, and that is how we find new viewers. That's how we grow. So take a second. Hit those buttons. Help hype it up. What's up, Pickle? It's good to see you guys. What's up, Dave? There's an absolute chat on your thumbnail. Dude, Grok, for some reason, wants to, like, really age my skin. Like, I have wrinkles and stuff, but Grok wants to put, like, acne craters in my skin. I don't know why. I'm not sure where it gets that from, why it thinks this is a good idea, but I will give it to them. I am impressed. I'm impressed with very little anything. I just said make me a thumbnail based on today. Boom. It's not bad. It's really not bad. But you guys, this is what I'm talking about. Look at this. I don't have this stuff. I have more wrinkles than this guy. But I don't have like these craters in my face because, I don't know, I don't have acne. I don't pick at it. Something. I might have fixed the connection issue, at least momentarily. So far today, I was doing a test stream. We had a pretty solid 2 hours of uninterrupted connection. So hopefully that continues throughout the stream today. What's up, Derek Merrill, my guy? Smash like and go long. Go for it. Looking at the market around makes sense. I agree. Oh yeah, of course of course it's a deeply religious place, Israel. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not even gonna comment. Yeah, of course it is. I'm not a very deeply religious human. Have some spiritual beliefs, but not deeply religious. And, you know, so we're just gonna move on. Gonna move on from that. What's up, Ace? What's up, Dark Psy? Nothing's clear. Nothing has been clear for a year plus. Only God can stop trying. Seems that way, bro. What's up, Clever Custom? Good to see you, brother. Chris Pax, welcome, sir. How you doing? Rave short don't work. Yeah, people are looking at Rave today. I don't think I've ever looked at it, so we definitely can. Bitcoin letting us down, I guess, again. I don't know if we can even say it's letting us down. Bitcoin is just doing what it's been doing. Trading sideways, not really looking particularly strong. I think it was a little 4-hour goodness when I woke up. Yeah, a little slightly higher low. I mean, admittedly, though, this could paint out as a head and shoulders if we see a rejection at 72.8. But the 4-hour market cipher B, we have a little rolling over of momentum. VWAP up, money flow hitting highs. I think that the 4-hour is looking to retest the weekend's highs, if not, looking for more. We'll see. Yeah, got your cheeks. serious look. It's funny because that's actually what Grok said. It was like making a serious expression on the thumb. I don't know. Blockade squared would have been a great thumbnail. Well, you know, I was looking at the thumbnails for other trading channels, and I was like, man, they all are just using AI now. Like, Benjamin Cohen's been doing, like, kind of the lazy AI thumbnails for a while. And I always wondered, like, oh, that works. And then I was looking at the other channels, like, these are all just doing AI. Maybe I should just see what AI has for me. Because I have to do that every day. I have to, like, make them. And, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how the click-through rate is. We'll see if new viewership click through them. Never does. We'll do the research. What do you guys think so far? 40% bruh. Well done. Yeah, 40% bruh is about right. Middle East gold. Yeah. What is it? Rave. Rave is what we're gonna look at. But Bitcoin, I think, is set up for at least a strong day, intraday Monday. I don't hate this. It's just so hard. It's like every day we look at it, and every day it's the same price. Like what is there to say at this point? You know, where literally everyone in this space is just waiting for it to break up or down, and until then they'll be pointing fingers in every direction, both directions, and then saying, "I told you so." Right? That's where we're at. Let's look up this Rave. I know nothing about it. I'm sure it's a pump. God, just without even knowing about it, I'm sure it's a pump and dump. Don't get riggedy wrecked by this. Let's see if I can find the full history. Wow. Hell of a pump so far. Usually precedes a hell of a dump as well. Is there a longer history? Rave, Big Egg, Crypto Cat, Rave market cap? Not really, not meaningfully. Looks like the history goes a little bit longer. There we go. Okay, I see why people are looking at it though. This was trading at 26 cents on Wednesday, April 8th, and now here we are on the 13th, 5 days later at 10. Bros, this is pumped 4,200%. Bros, do not lose don't lose your hat to this. That's, you know, the FOMO missed boat mentality is always bad, but sometimes you need to listen to it. Like the boat here, I think you've missed it. I don't think looking to jump in this right now is going to work for anybody. That's a pump. I don't know anything about this. Don't know why. Don't know how. Don't know what the distribution's like. It's likely, based on this pump, just a centralized, you know, kind of gibberish thing. But the technology, bro. The technology. You don't know, Tom. You don't know the technology. It's got 8 million transactions per second, per second cubed, and infinity. It actually can process transactions in the past, in the present. So you don't know. There's really no, I don't know what we can do here, technical analysis wise. This thing hit $11. It opened the month at 26 cents. This is straight up, so there's really not any kind of support built. Wouldn't be looking for support if this were to reverse until 70 cents, maybe 50 cents. That's a serious fall. Oh my. I would be just as careful. So I was saying, don't lose your hat. Don't go chasing the FOMO falls, but it goes in the other way too. Oftentimes we'll see moves like this and say, oh, well, I wouldn't long that. I'm smart, so I'll short it. But that's not always the move either. Something like this can absolutely can absolutely continue just to stop out shorts, just to get you liquidated before reversing. I would likely just not touch this. Well, personally, I would not touch this at all. We're not going to have any kind of moving averages of any kind because, yep, this thing doesn't really have any history. Let's zoom into the 1 hour. The 1 hour is literally breaking out. Okay. This is when crypto is so boring and we have nothing else to like look at or focus on. These kind of moves often come to the front of our attention, and it's tempting. You think, man, my assets are sitting, they're not doing anything. I'm losing out on 4,000% gains in 5 days. You know, you're smarter than that. You're smarter than that, fam. 11-6. 11-2. This is like the only extension we can even look at. Everything else has been fulfilled. 1164, 1281. Honestly, I would not be surprised if the top was just in for this. This is pretty crazy. On some lower time frames, maybe we have some very flimsy support. Actually, for both of these, stability. Let's take it off of.
Take it from me. I'm a doctor. Dr. Dingus.
Oh wait, did that wrong. Yeah.
Together, we are all.
There we go. All right. Really flimsy supports. If you're looking to play it, I'd say at least be patient and look for some kind of back tests. I don't know, like 980, have this 4-hour order block. I don't think any of these are honestly good entries. I think whenever the music stops, it's going to be a rush to find the chairs, and I don't think any of these chairs are going to be open. Like 950 to 980, 630 down here, farther down 283. These are some big gaps. Maybe we should look at the retracement instead. Something looked weird with that fib, but doesn't line up with anything. Nothing at all. Yeah. If you somehow, and I honestly don't believe you. I don't even believe you if you say this. If you somehow got in down here at 25 cents by pure luck, congrats. If you jumped in along the way and you have a position, well done. Make a plan to take profits. That's my best advice. We just see it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. It's like something will run and it'll be crazy, and it's like everyone's like, "Oh, this is what I got to jump into," and then it's over. By the time you see it and hear about it, it's already pumped a bajillion %, and you're buying the top. Just be careful, fam. Be super careful. If anything, I mean, maybe down here like 10 bucks, 980. Give it something, right? Give it a little pullback. Put an alert at 15. Someone tells me that's not going to go off, or if it does, it'll go off right away and then cooked. I wonder what the market cap is. Did anybody buy this? If you bought any of this Rave, or if you traded it, put a 1 in chat. Let's see. Anybody? You haven't really dropped any frames yet. That's sick. Rave Dow. Market cap is 2.6 trillion or billion. Trillion. There's a time and a place where, 2.6 billion, it's like, wow, that's big, that's meaningful. But now, what does that make it? Actually, it still puts it kind of up there. Let's see. But it is at the top of a pump. After going up 4,000%. Puts it about number 40 in crypto. Yeah. Up 4,138% on the last 7 days. The next biggest, I don't even think this counts. I'm not even going to count that one. 𝐂𝐶 would be like the next biggest actual pump on the week, 38%. Siren Dash. Jesus. Let me see if anybody put ones in there for it. That one, yeah, it went crazy. Absolutely crazy. You love Hondas? I like Hondas too. Your scanner's been spotting Rave since Wednesday. Well, it has been straight up. Since Wednesday, right here. So right here, you should have listened to your scanner, I guess. You would have made 3,000, 4,000%. You can believe in TA and Jesus at the same time. You can, Honda man, you can. Ra, one true God, Ra. All right, Soldier. The sun is pretty important. What's what good for, Aunt Mick? This probably not. I'm not even gonna say probably nothing. Nothing. I don't know anything about it, but Why is someone preaching about religion? That's a good question. Please don't. This is we're doing charts, we're doing trading. We're, you know, if you like to preach religion, there's plenty of outlets for that. Go do it. Go do it there. Get it. Go check out 𝐂𝐲. Sure, Mitch. Shorting at 250. Yeah. That's these things can like pump in basically unbelievable, unrealistic ways, and no matter how hard they pump, in this setup, man, shorting is just as risky. Taking any position is just as risky. Think of it as there is virtually nothing above price, right? There's no limit sells. The order book above is very clear. Minus whatever orders have FOMO'd in and maybe want to get out. Very little liquidity up, and also equal liquidity down. And so what that means is price can very easily be manipulated by the large supply holders, by the whales, by the whatever you want to call them. This is why I have always cautioned everybody throughout all the years here on YouTube, almost 8, that centralized, when the supply is centralized like this, and when especially or doubly, triply when the supply is free, meaning it's like minted from the beginning. When the origin was, it was just created out of nothing. You see the just most untradeable, highest risk moves. Because if you get a good position, those supply holders, the whales, can just hunt you out. And it likely is very cheap for them to do so. And then whenever everyone's given up, you know, then maybe they'll push it up or down or whatever. Just be careful. What's up, JPP? Who else is here? One up. What's up, Abdillaban, Ace of Hearts, Ant Mike, Captain in Crypto? What's up, brother? Calvalaraya, MT, Clever Custom, DGen Charlie. Good morning, Charlie. What ticker are you looking at, Charlie? What are you looking at today? Is it Rave? Hopefully not. Honda Man, Chris Pax, Life with James, Luke Zra, Nasty Nate, Nimoy, Soul Jefe. What's up? What's up, everybody? Sky's the limit, baby. I don't know why are you guys talking about the sun, and I don't know. Let's move on from that. What up, eggs? What up, eggs? I guess we're looking at Rave today. Rave is just pumping. Rave, this kind of move, dude, it reminds me of the past in crypto when we used to get moves like this all the time, constantly. Look at how bullshit this chart is. Also, look at whatever this is. Flat bottom, lower highs. Like, this was absolutely looking to break down, and it just pumped it to oblivion. ScanDisk, man. I think ScanDisk hit at least 800. Is it SNDK? I don't like that ticker. Nimoy. Let's go. Send it to 1,000. Opening up strong, another 6.6% on ScanDisk for the day. Let's go. Did not get the back test of 725. It skunked us. Oh, great. Trump's about to speak per Fox News. I mean, he's always about to speak. It's a perpetual state of speaking. I don't know how the man speaks so much. Like, I'll give this to him. At his age, the amount he's speaking, doing these things is quite impressive. I do not see a live scheduled from the White House, but that doesn't mean much. We'll see. Buckle up. Well, so what direction are we going with this straight talk? It's we blockaded it. Okay, so how do we reverse course on that? We're not blocked. We're gonna unblockade it. Well, I will say that Iran has conceded everything, that we've won the war. They've been decimated. They agreed not to have weapons of mass destruction, and so we're unblockading it. That's my bet. To ASMR with the word ticker. I don't know who. I have no idea, Bob. I don't want to get into it. This isn't a show for shitting on Trump, but like I don't know how markets or people believe what he says at this point. And you could be butthurt about that, person out there listening, but I mean, be real with yourself. The guy is either trolling or joking or whatever, you know, like 99% of the time. Why, you know, I'm not going to assume anything he says is on face value at this point. We do see oil trading down, so I think my insider prediction might be correct here. Oil down to 100.9 from the highs of 105 today. Something tells me if Trump is about to speak, we're about to get something like I just said. The blockade is over because we've won. We've won, baby. Yep, and oil's selling off, so they probably sit there and like, we're gonna make the speech, and then they watch the chart, and then like, if it's going down, then they're gonna say something to make it go up, vice versa. They're deciding in the moment what to say based on the chart, where the liquidity is. I honestly, that's not impossible. It's weird we live in a world where that's not impossible. But oil is now trading down over the last half an hour after a very strong open. Oh no, that was Sunday. Yeah, very strong open, whatever, Sunday. I don't know. It just seems crazy to me that it's like markets are even reacting. Yep, we have to think about it. Put it in perspective, though, right? Because, yeah, markets still react. He's the president of the United States. Anything the president of the United States says, like it or not, has incredibly heavy weight. However, imagine this. Imagine in any other presidency, a president coming out and making these similar remarks, they would have way bigger impacts. Like, we have to put it in perspective of we're so used to it happening, and every single day kind of it's happening, that its effects are in our face, and it's easy to lose sight that the effects are lessening. Certainly, I don't know, Biden had come out and said we're going, doing this stuff in Iran, like markets would have gone way more wild. Bad or good, I don't know, but they would have been way more volatile, simply because it was, it being so rare and scarce under other administrations puts more weight and more kind of value on those statements. And we're hearing them all the time now, and markets are becoming numb slowly, though I don't think they will really ever be totally numb, like I said, because the president carries a lot of weight. There we go. Oil's breaking down. Bet we're about to get, like, we're unblocking the straight again or something. Here it comes. Jeez. Oil down 102, 100 and where'd it go to? Where? Hit 101. Maybe the dollar. Is the dollar moving with oil? Let's see. I hope everybody had a good Orthodox Easter for those who celebrated this weekend. Dollar is pretty muted. Right here. Dollar in a perfect box, perfect range. Trump, I guess, is about to speak. Oil selling off. Certainly he's about to say something to sell oil off. Oh, wait, the blockade. Yeah, the blockade being cleared would likely be bearish for oil in the short term. So that's what I think is going to happen. The blockade was fake news from the beginning. Was it? I don't know. Why was it? Wasn't it? I have no idea. At this point, dude, there is so much of the information we get, like, from any source. There's like no longer actual sources. It's like even directly from the government. It's just like all of it's bullshit. Yeah, and I know news, mainstream media and stuff, they've always been feeding us crap, but we have no sources now that are trustworthy. Even literally, like, the president himself saying things live is just not a trustworthy source. So was the blockade fake news? I have no idea. Any more fake than the other stuff? I have no idea. I'm not making any trades right now, Folsom. No. My guess is you could jump into a short, right, on oil right here. And then maybe as soon as Trump talks, you reverse it, like within 5 minutes of the speech. I'm not doing any of that. Sneak out of the country. They've been issuing waivers for certain ships. Well, the straight stuff has always been. It hasn't been that no ships could go through. It was that specifically our ships couldn't go through. And, you know, some others. I mean, I will agree with you, D-Lo. I also think that the Democratic Party basically put Trump back in, but not a discussion for today. I do agree with you, though. True, Nimoy. U.S. getting all that oil business is great for us, Cam. What oil business are we getting? What the price of oil being up benefits? You know, we could say benefits the U.S. I mean, in the sense of U.S. oil, you know, oil suppliers and refiners, and it benefits big oil, but man, or big, you know, fossil fuel. I don't think they were hurting though. I don't think it benefits you and I guess it's the bigger issue. You and I are just going to see inflation. We're going to see inflation. We're going to see higher prices at the pump, higher prices on our heating bills, etc. I don't think it really benefits us. That's my opinion, though. Trust the news. No, we don't trust anything. There's nothing to trust anymore. What the F, Rave? Yeah, stay away from this. Stay, guys, please don't get wrecked. I guess I'll put it in the title, too. Can we get some more likes here, guys? We are getting really behind on the likes. We got to get more likes, more subscribes on the live. Don't ride on the coattails of others. Costs you nothing to hit the like button. Hit the like button. Smoothest stream ever. Pickle, we have dropped a total of 200 frames the entire time. The entirety. That's like not even 0.1% of the total frames. That's awesome. Just DCA'd, bros. Please, bros. I should just hold this chart up for the whole stream today. Like, please, bros. I beg of you. It's the only time I ever beg of you is when we look at these things. I beg of you. Can't give you financial advice, but I beg of you to assess your emotional state if you're thinking about buying this coin. It is up 4,200%, and I know you're thinking, but man, if I buy right now, it could go up another 4,200%. No, it won't. I promise. Promise it will not go up another 4,200% ever. Ever. It's at 2.5 billion market cap. If it goes up 4,200%, that's a 42x, right? 42? 42x, 100% is 1. 42. Say it makes it 42x from here. It'll have a $105 billion market cap. Whatever this shitter is, it just started trading. At like the end of last year. It's not going to $80 billion market cap. Here's something I think that is really helpful, and this is what I do when I'm in this scenario. I'm not feeling any FOMO about this. My soul is like, that's just about to tank and wreck everybody. But what I do, and I do feel that way, because I do, is I ask myself this. Okay, it's at $10.80. What do I think the price is going to go to? I think this helps kind of frame my expectations and fight that FOMO. So if I were FOMOing right now and looking at this and being like, I have to buy it, right? Realistically, it goes like $20. Yeah, I feel like that's probably like still going to be higher than it's actually going. But like realistically, maybe it doubles, right? I mean, that's a great return. A double is amazing. Something to like laugh at. But we're not thinking about double when we're looking at this. Your brain is going, we're going to put in 26 cents and we're going to get $10 again. That's not going to happen, guys. 42x from here would put it at $4,200. That would put it all the way up here. all the way up here. Now, this is a crazy chart. It's a real crazy chart, guys. But you're gonna be. I've seen it time and time again. It's like you're just gonna be buying the top. Like, look at on non-logarithmic. Look at how absurd 4,000 is on non-logarithmic, right? Here's the chart on non-log, on linear. That's pretty crazy, huh? Pretty crazy. Yeah. Oh, damn, it's going to 11. It's pumping as I say this. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh. Well, maybe it heard 20. Look at how crazy this would be, okay? It already is crazy. We're nowhere near seeing that target yet. You're not going to be able to see any of this. You're going to see none of this by the time we actually get there. Okay, there you go. There's your little perspective. This is what your brain thinks is going to happen. Can't even see the chart. I hate that it pumped while I was saying this, though. Again, I'm not saying it can't continue up, but what I am saying is it's the realistic gain that you might get from jumping on this, I think is way outweighed by the almost certainty of this just collapsing in on itself. I've seen this 1,000 million times in crypto. Maybe this time's different. I hope it is for you. Do I have a favorite altcoin? I don't know, man. Altcoins have betrayed me. Maybe Monero. Maybe Monero's number 2 right now. Altcoins have just been very unlovable lately. I can't believe this one up more while I was talking. Just be careful, guys. You do whatever you want to do. Right? Anything you want to do, go ahead. 12? I don't know. I think people are just going to get so wrecked. I agree, though. I agree that trading oil right now is also really risky. I don't know what to trade, guys. I told you in the last stream, I haven't been trading that much, which is rough, considering that's our content. As a trader, you learn over time to identify just when the environment's wrong for you. When it's just the moves, the volatility just aren't what you're good at trading. That's me. I'll say this entire year, really. I have struggled to get into good trades this year. I have one good trade open pretty much at all. But I think we even opened that last year. That was at 93.3 down here, shorted Bitcoin. 93.3 at the yearly open. That was last year. All the other ones pretty much have just gotten stopped out, liquidated, whatever. So I'm just chilling. Waiting till the time is right. Waiting until I see opportunity. I do see some opportunity to the upside on Bitcoin today. If Trump's about to talk, though, I don't know. I wouldn't put it past it till we'll just reverse. What is reality? Tax cuts with a DoorDash driver? What? Wait, what? Seriously? Markets Don't Care Live. What a great title. Did Trump talk? He didn't go live. On YouTube, at least. I need you guys to tell me. How big? Yeah, I can look at it. Where is he speaking then? Speaking right now, but I don't see a live on their stream. They're on their channel. MSN. Turn up live. Trump just made a huge announcement. Bro, that just do not trust that at all.
If Lutnick is in there, I'll say, oh, I know exactly what Lutnick's got planned. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. They've ripped this gorgeous building apart, and you can never build it again. I could, but it costs a lot of money. But a normal person can never build. So you're gonna have crummy little walls.
What?
A flat little ceiling eventually, but right now you don't have anything. And nobody sues this guy. And then when Jeanine Pirro, working with Pam and others, has the courage to sue to find out what happened
They were talking about
to maybe $4 billion and a building that may never be occupied by Kevin Warsh. She may never get there. We're gonna have to find him some space in the White House. We'll put him in the basement of the ballroom. But when
it's like the FMC where they just laugh at whatever.
When Jeanine Pirro and Pam and the group, when they bring a suit, it's like, oh, this terrible thing. And then we have a judge that attacks us. So we got to get our priorities.
Dude, it's so. That's what I was saying earlier. It's hard to even find like what is current, what is actually happening. I wrote Trump live, and that's like the first thing that comes up. It says U.S.-Iran war. Trump just made Iran announcement. So is he not speaking? All right, this looks like.
Wait.
Yes, very.
Oh, talking to DoorDash grandma.
Ask you something
That's
about
great.
Cuba,
Thank you. You reminded me.
Mr. President, one on Cuba, sir. You previously said that you had no problem with countries sending fuel to Cuba after previously promising to tariff them. What happened? What changed?
Well, we're going to see with Cuba. Cuba's another story. Cuba's been a terribly run country for a long time. It's got a bad system. It's been very oppressive, as you know. And we have a lot of great Cuban Americans, all of whom just about voted for me. And they were treated very badly. In many cases, family members have been killed. They've been beaten up and mugged, and like terrible things happened in Cuba.
Yeah, terrible.
Do you know if federal prosecutors have evidence to charge?
Well, I don't know. I know she's a very corrupt person. And you're talking about the so-called Attorney General of New York. She's a very corrupt person. That's been proven now. And I know I have nothing to do with it, but they're looking at things all over the place, more than one state concerning her and concerning people like Comey, who's a dirty cop. Comey's a dirty cop, and dirty cops are bad. Nobody likes the police more than me, the law enforcement more than me, but Comey's a totally dirty cop, and we're not gonna stand for it. Yeah.
The UFC fight that's happening at the White House this summer.
Ooh, UFC fight, get into the real
typically
stuff.
numbers those fights consecutively, but should they label this one UFC 1776?
That's a good idea. I'll tell that to Dana White. I like that idea, actually. I will say I've been involved with a lot of big events. I have never had an event that's had
And if so, will you send
going to
1,000. I understand your husband's going through treatment.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He's
He
going
has
through
cancer.
some very serious cancer treatment, so
Yes, sir.
this goes a long way.
Yes, sir. It sure does.
What goes on?
Mr. President, are another round of talks planned with Iran? And if so, will you send Vice President J.D. Vance again?
Well, he's done a good job. It's
What a
Steve
weird
and Jared. They've all done
to
a
have this,
very
like,
good
grandma
job.
next to him talking about Iran.
I can tell you that we've been called by the other side. They'd like to make a deal very badly, very badly.
What was the sticking point over? You said it was over nuclear.
It was over nuclear, very similar.
Nobody
Yeah, very
knows,
good.
bro.
I guess you're listening. It's over
Nobody
the
knows.
fact that they will never have a nuclear weapon. Iran, you marking it down? Iran will not have a nuclear weapon. And we agreed to a lot of things, but they didn't agree to that. And I think they will agree to it. I'm almost sure of it. In fact, I am sure of it. If they don't
almost
agree, there's
sure I
no
am
deal.
sure.
There'll never be a deal. Iran will not have a nuclear weapon, and we're going to get the dust back. We'll get it back either. We'll get it back from them or we'll take it.
Mr. President, as far as the naval blockade is concerned, what's the end game? Is it to force Iran back to the negotiating table? Is it to open up the strait so that gas prices ultimately come down?
Maybe everything. I mean,
Maybe
both of
everything.
those things,
What's the point?
certainly,
Maybe
and more. We can't let a country blackmail or extort the world, because that's what they're doing. They're really blackmailing the world. We're not going to let that happen. And you know, the amazing thing
blackmail on
is,
his mind, does he?
we don't.
Because they're not
Can you believe
blackmailing.
this?
That's
We
not
don't use the
blackmailing.
strait. We don't need the strait. We have our
Extorting,
own
maybe.
oil and gas, much more than we need. We have more oil and gas than Saudi Arabia. Think of this.
Great.
Family out immensely, and I definitely appreciate.
What's helping? I want to know. What? We'll move on.
Tax refunds than they ever thought possible. We had a man the other day got $5,000. Another one got $7,000. They weren't expecting anything like this, and it's because of the great big beautiful bill. And that's why you came, and I really appreciate it. And tell your husband to get better.
I will.
And if he's feeling good, you'll come up and you'll.
You should.
watch
You
that
should
fight.
actually just
Alright.
on the
I
spot
appreciate it.
hire this
Alright.
lady
Thank you
to
very
be
much.
Thank
like
you so much.
the head of
Thank you.
Any
Homeland
update on
Security.
Thank you.
DOJ, though,
Thank you
Mr.
very
President?
much.
You went to the DOJ. Any update on who you went
Yeah, no, we're done. I'm done with that. So that what was the point of that? There's no point. Let's check a wheel. Oil says lower low. I did say maybe open short and then reverse it as soon as he starts talking, man. Could play out. Could play out. I don't know. That was, as usual, just a waste of time. Typical. Typical. There we go. Oh wait, this song, I do love this song, but Rez does not let that song be played. Probably will get hit with a bunch of copyright song stuff. What's up, Queen Freya? What up? Welcome. Welcome to all the new subscribers today. Found the right place. Check DoorDash. Alright. What's DoorDash ticker? I wouldn't even be surprised if that was the insider trading, was like to have this DoorDash lady on to go long on DoorDash. I mean, at open today, it's only gone up, and then what? Right here, Trump has a DoorDash lady on. I'm not gonna lie, that also kind of looks like insider trading. I mean, of course it's possible. It's not, right? Daily open on DoorDash. Trump has DoorDash lady on. We live in a clown world. Although, it's only up 4%, so I don't know. I don't feel like that fits their insider trading percentages enough. It is still a little suspicious, right? You open green, and then you reverse exactly. Or maybe people got bearish, right? They're like, this DoorDash lady's talking with Trump. We're bearish on it now. Maybe that one is a little harder to call insider trading on. Certainly weird as hell, right? Isn't that weird as hell? Why did he have this DoorDash lady standing there taking questions from the press? And before you start yelling at me, I do understand that he was talking about tax refunds, and so maybe trying to appeal to the average guy. Oh, dude, wait till they get their tax returns. Wait till they get their tax returns when they were promised no tax on overtime, no tax on tips. And also, aren't we paying a higher percent? Is it a higher percent? I know that the deductible went up, so it's like a flat. But it's not a tax cut, it's the deductible went up. I don't know. UFC 1776. I mean, I will say, the one thing I have never, ever said about Trump is that it's not entertaining. And at times very funny. And for me it's very funny when the world peace isn't on the table. Like he's making jokes and I'm not like, uh-oh, maybe we're gonna go to war now over these statements. Then I find it funny. But when there's that threat there of just global instability over the comments, I don't find it as funny. That's just me. DoorDash does look pretty boned. Looking for a lower high. Rave. Oh, God. This has to stop. We have to stop it. Highlight of the press event, Trump says, Iran called this morning and wants a deal. Oh my, is there a single human, at all, even JD Vance, is there even a single human that's alive that believes that? how many deals have we had? So many. So many. We have to protest if we want lower taxes. You know, remember when we invented voting? We invented voting and like we invented these things because before voting, before we were allowed to vote, we used to go to these people and rip them out of their homes and guillotine them in front of their families. I know that's graphic. That we put that behind us. I don't know if it was a good trade, but we did. We traded it for voting. And it seems that these people have forgotten. They forget what we used to do, what used to happen, what we traded, and it does kind of feel like we're approaching a time where they're gonna relearn that, or history's gonna repeat. I don't know. I'm not calling for violence. I'm not calling for action. It just feels like we're coming up full circle to that concept. I don't know. Bringing it back, baby. 88. Okay, wait. I have to look at the 𝐂𝐻 Bitcoin because Mitch's ass and I just keep forgetting. 𝐂𝐻. Yeah, let's pull up its own. 𝐂𝐻, and then yeah, McPoochers. Gold SPX. Close. Like this British rapper in the background. Kind of does kind of look toppy, doesn't it? Got some pretty extreme div. Wow. Look at this bearish divergence. Look at these highs. That looks very topped out. We're randomly on the 2-week. I don't know why we're on the 2-week chart. I didn't even select that. Just put us on here. But look at this RSI high. 𝐂𝐻 BTC on the 2-week. Look at that high. By far, like the biggest, deepest overbought at this lower high. Gold. I'm surprised, but gold maybe topped out against Bitcoin. I really thought gold and silver had more to go, though they still could break all-time highs, but Bitcoin also would have to then go to all-time high. Seems unlikely. That looks topped. On the week, this is also the highest RSI ever. On the 2-week, it's by far, it's the only overbought RSI. Check this. That's kind of crazy. I like that. I like that perspective. It's fresh. Shoot them in Discord. Let's go to the month. What's the month look like? Ew. Wow. Why is this so extreme? Having like a pretty good understanding of how RSI works, I don't really get why this is so extreme. Yeah, it's always been moving down. I guess because every drop relative has been greater. Almost no matter how you look at it on high time frames, 𝐂𝐻 BTC gold versus Bitcoin is like super heated at that high, super duper heated. Don't even get a 3-month. Nice, RSI is back under 50. good perspective. Interesting. Interesting. I know we've looked at gold Bitcoin before and certainly have talked about it being bottomed. But geez, that really hits that perspective. Like, look at that oversold. Just the most oversold it's ever been right here. Meaningful higher low. Right at like what I would assume is where you would bounce here unless you're going to break last cycle's low, which I don't think you will. Huh. It's a good refresher, a good perspective reminder. I feel like there's something I'm supposed to do today. Got me hooked. I mean, we spent a lot of time on this chart, but yeah, you got me I haven't looked at it in a while. Those, I usually look at it this way too, to my discredit. It's kind of cool. Almost every single one of these lows, except for right here. Nope, even that low. Almost all these lows, if you connect on the 2 week is really random time frame, looks really solid as a trend line. This one is untested. Here, breakdown. Breakdown. Yeah, you got me going down the tunnel again. But Bitcoin, gold bottoming versus Bitcoin, you know, it's like, obviously I want to see this happen, but it isn't completely informative of what that really means, because you can have all the different scenarios. You can have Bitcoin moving down and gold moving down, and that can still continue up. You know, can still lose valuation versus Bitcoin. You can have Bitcoin and gold both moving up, and you can still have gold losing valuation versus Bitcoin. You can have Bitcoin going up and gold going down. You know, so it doesn't narrow the path for any like USD value. Could be a tradable signal for gold BTC, 𝐒𝐴𝐺 BTC, 𝐂 BTC. Could be tradable signals for that. Trump must still be speaking because we're still hitting lower lows here on oil. Now down to 99. Think of SCI chart. Dude, the SCI chart looks death, Orlando. I don't even need to pull it up. I know off the top of my head it looks like death. What'd you say, Pooch? What did I miss? I said I'd look for you. Luigi didn't forget. Yeah. You said it. I didn't say it. If they judge the rich to buy min trilogy, hell yeah. Yeah, dude, SCI looks terrible. It's such a knife, bro. No one's ever bought SCI this low. Only in this month they've ever been able to buy it this low. I think that this is a VC funded shitcoin that's just going to keep bleeding to zero. That being said, yeah, the lower it goes, yeah, the higher you can bounce. I wouldn't. I'm not touching this. At some point, it's going to get some kind of relief bounce, even if it keeps doing this. But man, I think this is a fade it fade it. Let's get the pitchforks out, baby. ADA USD on Kraken. I wouldn't be surprised if ADA was bottomed out. I wouldn't be surprised. On Kraken, let's see. The longest chart is Kraken the longest? I don't think Kraken is the longest. I also think Binance listed ADA right away. Let's see. Yeah, September 17. Close enough, yeah. I say I wouldn't be surprised yet. This just looks bad, doesn't it? I need that wonky woo woo, itchy scratchy brain rhythm. Some of my friends are going to Kingdoms. What is it? Lost Kingdom? No. Forbidden Kingdom. Some of my friends are going to Forbidden Kingdom later this month. I'm gonna have a good time. I'm not. Going to Lost Lands again. So what were we saying? On the 1 week. I want the wubs to sound wet? That's true. I do want them to sound wet. RSI is the lowest, so yeah, similar to gold BTC in that sense. RSI is the lowest it's ever been, right here. The lowest it ever was before then was almost the bottom of the last bear market. And the lowest before that was the bottom of the previous bear market. I mean, you're getting there. My biggest concern about ADA has been the same since day zero, which is proof of stake, to me, is just an infinite selling pressure mechanic. You're generating supply for free that everybody gets. That's inflation, and just, you know, people sell it. They just sell it. Markets sell it right away. And I think that that just creates this like perpetual selling pressure. Its failure to do jack in this cycle is not a great sign either. Certainly not alone. Like Litecoin didn't do jack this cycle either. You're so close to your bear market low. I guess you like almost tested it in February. I don't know what you do if you lose this. Like you're cooked. Seven and a half, 10, 7.5 cents, something. 7.5. Yeah. That's brutal. If you test the last bear market slow, I'm sure you get some kind of liquidity bounce here. I don't know. Reality's cooked, bros. It's cooked. Friendly reminder, hit that like button, subscribe, join the crew if you're watching out there. Bitcoin actually looking decent here. Oil struggling to recover, but Bitcoin potentially. Bitcoin looking solid. Looking very good on low time frames for a breakout. I did say 72.8 would be the upside target, like the beginning of the stream. Probably the upside resistance we're looking at here in the short term, but that's not too bad. Not too shabby. Like this. God, Rave, stop. Stop it. Stop it. But ADA is blue chip, right? Love the 100 MA strat. Daynata, sir. Daynata. Oldest looking young guy. Charles Hawkins. Yeah, dude. Forbidden Kingdom's a great dubstep fest. Yes. I've never been. I would like to go. I would like to go. It'd be fun. I just moved. I'm not gonna go. Is Doge guaranteed to hit 20 cents again? Dude, nothing's ever guaranteed. I think Doge will hit 20 cents again. Take that with a grain of salt. I thought Doge was going to hit all-time high this cycle, along with everything else, because that's what we had seen in the past. It looks like it's going to break up again. Oh, Rave. Oh, Rave. It's probably go to Electric Forest. Hell yeah. I would go to Electric Forest. What is it? What is a rave? It's Wampy music. I would love Electric Forest. I like to go to Ultra. I'd go to Coachella. I mean, I like my rhythm though. I like my Lost Lands. Forbidden Kingdoms. Yeah, I think I think you missed this run. Has gone up 10% since I said that beginning of the stream. 9%. This is just such a bad bet. It's such a it's just the odds of you buying in the very top if you try to get in right now are just so good. Electric Force is played out. I've never been there. I've never been there. It just sounds like fun. Sounds like a good time. A Web3 native environment collective that bridges electronic dance music culture with blockchain technology, creating community-owned global events and integrating world-wide. It's a lot of words for rug. It's a lot of words for rug, Hendrix. At the end of the day, bet it's nothing. It's just vaporware, like every other project. Everything else. Damn, oil does look like it's going down. Fill a gap at 95? I don't know. What's up, Betamax XCN? Nike just getting crushed indefinitely. What's XCN doing? Every time I look at XCN beta, I swear, I've looked at it a bajillion times on this channel. Every time I look at it, I'm just like, why are we looking at this? It's like never doing anything. Nike getting crushed all the way to 40, 39. Keep getting crushed. What's up, Amused Ripple? Redstone. What the fuck's what's the Redstone? Does Hollywood rug pull? This looks terrible. Guess you could make a long on this with a really tight stop, but it's pretty gnarly looking. Under 4 cents. I still would want a short over long. I don't think I would take a long here. I don't even know, because like if you actually hit a high here, you're gonna look for like a real breakout. There you go. I don't know, 10 cents. I'd rather take the short. Womp, 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 womp. Didn't take either of them. Best of luck though. Womp, womp. I want the wompy music. You gonna break out now, Bitcoin? Go ahead. Go. Been waiting. Never does anything when we're live. Ever. Best news, though, is that we have not had any connection issues at all. I might have fixed our problem. Bad news is that it's been a hella quiet day for markets. Except for Rave. I mean, Rave is the only thing doing it. There we go. There we go. Finally a red candle. Hella quiet day for markets. SPX down slightly, but really just 0. ScanDisk still moving to 100 or to 1,000. Looking good. Nike perpetually falling to doom, apparently. Maybe not enjoying the tariffs, though. Certainly wasn't the tariffs. You can see this. Never recovered from the 21 top. Dollar may be looking to break lower here. Oil breaking down, hitting lower lows today. Trump's comments apparently, I don't know, I don't think they're really related at this point. Oil continuing lower at 99, down from 105 on the trading day. Quite a big move for nothing really changing there. Bitcoin, I do think, is looking to make this move. It's probably going to wait till I'm done streaming, though. Two Friends. I like this song. Not Wubs, though. ASML up. ASML filled, baby. Filled and done. This is like a song that reminds me of high school. Chloe. ASML looks great. Slowly. 2,000 maybe. I think ASML's a long. Oh, bro, Ace of Hearts, it's so low. Viewership's so low. It's not just crypto either. It's like trading. Crypto is more impacted. Crypto trading is more impacted. But it's trading in general. I don't know if it's sports betting. I don't know if it's, honestly, manipulated markets for real. All valid reasons. But it's definitely down. Chloe killing me slowly. Oh, Bitcoin, you're going to break out. Just go. Just going to wait till we're done. You guys should take a minute. If you haven't signed up with Femex or BYDeFi, they are both great trading platforms for both crypto and stocks. You can get some big bonuses using my link. You can sign up from anywhere. No restrictions. If you ever have any issues, you can come to me in the Discord, discord.gg/TomCrown, and I will personally advocate with them on your behalf to get your problem fixed. It's a really big value. There's other links available as well. Welcome to use. You will get VIP roles in the Discord if you use my link. It's very fancy. Very fancy. Best of all, it helps support the stream, making this content, not begging from you guys, not scamming and grifting you guys. And it's tools you're using anyway. I think we're going to wrap it up here for today. We're going to be live again on Wednesday at the latest. I have a doctor's appointment early tomorrow, so hopefully nothing happens tomorrow. Knock on wood, meaning it will. We're going to navigate these waters day by day together. I appreciate you tuning in day in, day out. When it's boring or exciting, it's equally valuable to me. I appreciate you guys. I love you all. Stay safe. Crown out.